If you ever so much as touch her, I'll kill you.
The casting process for the 1951 movie 14 Hours brought together a talented group of actors, each chosen for their ability to bring depth and realism to their roles. For the lead role of Richard Egan, the producers wanted an actor who could convey the character's inner turmoil and desperation. Egan, with his intense stare and brooding presence, proved to be the perfect choice. He was selected after a series of auditions where he demonstrated his ability to convincingly portray a man on the edge. Paul Douglas was cast as the police officer trying to talk Egan's character down from the ledge. Known for his gruff exterior and warm heart, Douglas brought a sense of humanity to the role. The chemistry between Douglas and Egan was evident from their first scenes together, making their on-screen relationship all the more compelling. As for the other characters, Barbara Belle Geddes was chosen for her ability to convey a wide range of emotions. She played the role of Egan's ex-wife, bringing a sense of longing and regret to the character. Her performance was marked by subtlety and nuance, making her a standout in the ensemble. The supporting cast was equally impressive, with actors like Richard Beymer, Agnes Moorehead, and Jeffrey Hunter all delivering memorable performances. Beymer, in particular, was praised for his portrayal of a young man struggling with his own demons, providing a stark contrast to Egan's character. One pivotal moment in the casting process came when the producers decided to cast unknown actors in many of the roles. This decision added to the film's sense of realism, as the audience was able to see themselves in the characters on screen. Overall, the casting of 14 Hours was marked by a commitment to realism and a dedication to finding the right actors for each role. The result was a powerful and emotionally charged film that continues to resonate with audiences today.
Company, manufacturers of Miss America bobby pins, Stimulo, the brush of beauty.
The 1951 film 14 Hours was directed by Henry Hathaway, who was known for his realistic and gripping style. Hathaway's approach to this film was to create a tense and suspenseful atmosphere, focusing on the psychological drama of the characters rather than sensationalizing the event itself. Hathaway was influenced by the Italian neorealist movement, which emphasized depicting everyday life with a minimum of artificiality. This influence can be seen in 14 Hours through the use of location shooting and the focus on the experiences of ordinary people. To bring the story to life, Hathaway worked closely with his cast and crew. He collaborated with cinematographer Joe McDonald to create a visually striking film, using long takes and deep focus to capture the claustrophobic atmosphere of the story. Hathaway also worked closely with the actors, encouraging them to create nuanced and realistic performances. One of the most notable aspects of 14 Hours is its ensemble cast, which includes actors such as Paul Douglas, Richard Basehart, and Barbara Belle Geddes. Hathaway worked with each actor to develop their characters and create a sense of realism. He encouraged improvisation and allowed the actors to explore their characters' motivation and emotions. Hathaway's direction was characterized by his attention to detail and his commitment to creating a believable and engaging world. He worked closely with the production design team to create realistic sets and costumes, and he insisted on authenticity in every aspect of the film. Overall, Hathaway's directorial vision for 14 Hours was to create a tense and suspenseful drama that explored the human condition. Through his collaboration with the cast and crew, he was able to bring this vision to life and create a film that remains compelling and thought-provoking to this day.
Sit tight.
The 1951 movie 14 Hours is a gripping drama about a man threatening to jump from a high-rise building. The film features a large cast, with one of my favorite roles being that of Detective Moore, played by Richard Basehart. What makes 14 Hours an enduring symbol of the film industry is its ability to tackle complex human emotions and societal issues in a straightforward and impactful way. The movie is a testament to the power of storytelling and the impact it can have on audiences. Do you have a favorite memory or personal experience related to this movie? We would love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Throughout the film, there are many funny, shocking, and sad facts that will keep you engaged. For example, did you know that the film was inspired by a real-life event that took place in New York City? Or that the production team had to build a replica of the building's ledge for the film's climactic scene? 14 Hours is a movie that has stood the test of time and continues to resonate with audiences today. Its enduring qualities and captivating storytelling make it a must-watch for any film enthusiast.
I saw you out here. I don't know from nothing about what you think you're doing.
The 1951 film 14 Hours was shot primarily in a studio, with innovative techniques employed to create the illusion of a high-rise building's ledge. The production team constructed a life-size set, including a 50-foot section of a Manhattan building's facade and a 375-foot-long ledge. To ensure the safety of the actors, the ledge was built with steel and mesh, then covered with a thin layer of concrete to create the appearance of a stone ledge. Filming on the ledge set presented logistical challenges, as the camera equipment and film crew had to be positioned on the set's roof. A network of catwalks and scaffolding was constructed to provide access for the crew and equipment. Additionally, wind machines were used to simulate the effects of wind at high altitudes. The film's interiors, including rooms in the building and the police precinct, were also shot on studio sets. Art directors and set decorators paid close attention to detail, ensuring that the sets accurately reflected the period's design and decor. 14 Hours was primarily filmed at 20th Century Fox Studios in Los Angeles, California. However, to add authenticity to the film's New York City setting, several exterior shots were filmed in Manhattan. These included establishing shots of the building and the city skyline, as well as footage of the crowds gathered below the building during the film's climactic scenes. One notable technological innovation employed in 14 Hours was the use of a new type of camera crane. This crane, called the boom crane, allowed for smooth, steady shots of the actors on the ledge set, even at great heights. The boom crane was a significant improvement over previous camera cranes, which were often unstable and could not reach the same heights. Overall, the production of 14 Hours required meticulous attention to detail, innovative techniques, and careful logistical planning. The resulting film is a testament to the skill and dedication of the cast and crew, and a thrilling exploration of the human condition under extreme pressure.
Will you? See, I wanted to see him, but I didn't think he wanted to see me.
14 Hours is a 1951 film that tells the story of a man, Richard Basehart, who decides to climb onto the ledge of a major hotel with the intention of ending his life. The film focuses on the painstaking efforts of the police, particularly a regular traffic cop named Paul Douglas, to discover what is causing Basehart's distress. As the crowd below gathers, the audience is privy to various small incidents and dramas that unfold. Basehart gives a convincing performance as the man on the ledge, while Douglas excels in his role as the tough but compassionate cop. The film is largely unremarkable in terms of its plot, but it is well made and well acted, providing a refreshing alternative to the typical Hollywood fare of the period. Grace Kelly also appears in an early role, adding to the film's appeal. 14 Hours is also notable for its portrayal of the New York City Police Rescue Unit in the post-war years. The film provides a glimpse into the background of the unit and the challenges they faced in their work. While there is some overacting in certain roles, such as the part of Basehart's mother, the character roles are generally well executed. Paul Douglas delivers a fine performance, as does Martin Gabel in his role as the understanding doctor. One interesting aspect of the film is its portrayal of the tools and techniques used by the NYCPD Rescue Unit in 1951, which differ significantly from those used today. Back then, the unit had to rely on rope, nets, pulleys, winches, and hand tools to do their work, in contrast to the high-tech gadgets and fancy uniforms used by the modern-day NYCPD Rescue Unit. Overall, 14 Hours is a worthwhile film that provides an interesting look into the past, shedding light on the history of the NYCPD Rescue Unit and the challenges they faced in their work. While it may not be as flashy or action-packed as some modern films, it is well acted and well made, making it a solid choice for fans of classic cinema.
Lonely and desperate. Why don't the police do something?
I heard.
The creation of a film score and soundtrack is a crucial aspect of storytelling, and the 1951 movie 14 Hours is no exception. The music in this film complements the narrative and emotional tone, enhancing the audience's experience. The score for 14 Hours was composed by David Raksin, a renowned film composer known for his work on classic films such as Laura and the Bad and the Beautiful. Raxon's music for 14 Hours is characterized by its simplicity and emotional depth, which perfectly captures the tension and drama of the film's plot. The soundtrack features a mix of source music, including popular songs of the era, which helped to establish the time and place of the film. The use of music in 14 Hours is strategic and purposeful, often used to heighten the emotional impact of a scene or to create a sense of tension and unease. Raxon's approach to composing the score for 14 Hours was to create music that would serve as a Greek chorus, commenting on the action and providing emotional context for the audience. He achieved this by using a small ensemble of musicians, including a piano, strings, and woodwinds, to create an intimate and introspective sound. The music in 14 Hours is a testament to the power of film music to enhance the narrative and emotional tone of a film. Raxon's score and the use of source music in the soundtrack create a rich and immersive audio experience that draws the audience into the world of the film and keeps them engaged until the very end. In an interview, Raxon stated that music in film is not there to be noticed, but to be fellow tenant, this is evident in the score for 14 Hours, which subtly enhances the emotional impact of the film without ever becoming intrusive or overbearing. The music is an integral part of the film's storytelling, working in harmony with the visuals to create a cohesive and engaging narrative. In conclusion, the creation of the score and soundtrack for 14 Hours was a collaborative effort between the composers, musicians, and filmmakers, resulting in a powerful and emotional audio experience that complements the film's narrative and enhances the audience's engagement. The music in this film is a testament to the power of film music to enhance the storytelling and emotional impact of a film.
This to me. Robert, you love me, don't you?
In the 1951 film 14 Hours, Grace Kelly made her debut, while Richard Basehart delivered a memorable performance despite personal hardships. Basehart, known for his intense roles, had sprained his ankle and contracted poison oak, which affected his movements and required him to rely on facial expressions. Orson Welles had previously shown interest in the subject matter, suggesting that the film should focus on the crowd observing the tragedy rather than the man on the ledge. Basehart's ability to convey emotion through expression became a hallmark of his career, earning him a reputation for his portrayal of complex characters.
You ought to lie down for a while.
One of the most iconic scenes in 14 Hours is when Richard Basehart's character, Robert Cosick, stands on the ledge of a New York City skyscraper, contemplating suicide. The scene is shot from a low angle, emphasizing the height and making the audience feel as if they are looking up at Cosick. The city's hustle and bustle can be heard in the background, adding to the chaos and confusion that Cosick is feeling. Director Henry Hathaway uses long takes to build tension and keep the audience on the edge of their seats. Basehart's performance is understated yet powerful, conveying Cosick's desperation and inner turmoil without the need for dialogue. The cinematography, by Joseph McDonald, is also noteworthy, using deep focus to keep both Cosick and the police officers trying to talk him down in focus, highlighting the divide between them. Another memorable scene is when Cosick's estranged wife, Virginia, played by Barbara Bell Geddes, pleads with him not to jump. The scene is shot in close-up, emphasizing the raw emotion on Bell Geddes' face. Her performance is heart-wrenching, capturing the anguish and desperation of a woman who still loves her husband despite their troubles. Hathaway's direction in this scene is also noteworthy, using a minimalist approach to let the performances speak for themselves. The use of shadows and light adds to the dramatic effect, highlighting the contrast between hope and despair. These scenes have a significant impact on the audience, building tension and emotion in a subtle yet powerful way. They showcase the filmmakers' and actors' ability to convey complex emotions and themes through visual storytelling. According to Bell Geddes, the whole film was about people and their emotions, and that's what made it so powerful. Hathaway himself said, "It's not about the event, it's about the people affected by the event." This focus on character development and emotional depth is what sets 14 Hours apart from other films of the time.
Your mother's word for that?
What?
In the movie 14 Hours, there is hardly any music, with the exception of brief scoring at the beginning and end. The film's unique production involved the New York Police Department granting permission to cordon off a large part of downtown New York as a single extensive set, The lead actor, Richard Basehart, who played a young man on the verge of a suicide, was already 37 years old during the film's release in 1951. His on-screen mother, Agnes Moorehead, was only 13 when Basehart was born, and the actor playing his father, Robert Keith, was even younger, being only 16 at the time of Basehart's birth. This casting choice adds an interesting layer to the portrayal of the characters' relationships.
Why don't you?
The 1951 movie 14 Hours made a significant cultural and social impact. Audiences were deeply engaged by the film's intense portrayal of a man threatening to jump from a high-rise building, which sparked conversations about mental health and suicide prevention. 14 Hours is often cited as one of the first police procedural films, influencing the genre's development in pop culture. It showcased a realistic depiction of emergency services efforts to save the man, highlighting the challenges and teamwork involved. Moreover, the movie contributed to discussions on relevant social themes, such as the importance of mental health support and understanding. It underscored the need for empathy towards individuals facing psychological distress, as well as the significance of community intervention in crisis situations. Overall, 14 Hours resonated with audiences and left a lasting impression, prompting people to reflect on critical social issues and shaping the police procedural genre in film.
I saved 17 souls last year. Souls respond scientifically to
That's fine, I know, but come on, you better keep going here.
The production of the 1951 movie 14 Hours involved several changes in the casting and direction. The studio initially purchased Joel Sayers' story as a vehicle for Richard Widmark to play the character Robert Cosick. However, director Howard Hawks had a different vision and wanted to cast Cary Grant in the role. Hawks' idea was to turn the subject into a comedy, but the studio boss, Darryl Zanuck, had other plans. Zanuck was not pleased with the comedic approach and turned the project over to Henry Hathaway instead. As a result, the movie took a more serious tone and became a drama about a man threatening to jump from a high-rise building. The film also marked the debut of Janice Rule, who played a significant role in the movie. Despite the changes in the production, 14 Hours went on to become a successful movie and an important milestone in the film industry. The movie's themes and storyline resonated with audiences and critics alike, making it a classic in its own right.
He seems to be winning Robert's confidence where everyone else is fake.
Hey, that must be the cop that was down here.
First-man office, see?
14 Hours, directed by Henry Hathaway, received positive reviews from critics when it was released in 1951. The film's realistic portrayal of a man's suicide attempt, played out in real time, was praised for its intense and emotional storytelling. Notable film critic Bosley Crowther of the New York Times gave a glowing review, highlighting the film's innovative approach to storytelling and the impressive acting performances. He commended the cast, especially Richard Basehart, who played the troubled man on the ledge, and Paul Douglas, who portrayed the police officer trying to talk him down. The film also resonated with audiences who were captivated by the intense drama and the unique narrative structure. 14 Hours was a box office success, proving that there was an audience for thought-provoking and emotionally charged films. The film received one award nomination for Best Story at the 1952 Writers Guild of America Awards. While it did not win, the nomination was a testament to the film's strong writing and powerful narrative. The critical reception and awards nomination for 14 Hours were significant for all involved. For director Henry Hathaway, it was a chance to showcase his talent for creating tense and emotional dramas. For the actors, it was an opportunity to showcase their versatility and depth, particularly Richard Basehart, who gave a career-defining performance. Overall, the positive critical reception and awards recognition for 14 Hours helped to establish the film as a classic of the crime drama genre. It remains a powerful and thought-provoking film, with a lasting impact on audiences and industry professionals alike.
Feel anything but sorry for yourself. Look, I've been out there all day now.
In the movie 14 Hours from 1951, Richard Basehart delivers a powerful performance while dealing with personal tragedy. Basehart, a Zanesville, Ohio native, faced the sudden death of his wife Stephanie during filming due to a brain tumor. Despite his grief, he chose to complete the film before moving on to his next project, The House on Telegraph Hill, where he met and fell in love with Valentina Cordes. Agnes Moorehead, who plays Christine Hill Cosick in 14 Hours, also has Ohio roots, having attended Muskingum College in New Concord. After her time in Hollywood, she retired to a farm in Ricks Mills, Ohio. Moorehead and Sandra Good, an uncredited hotel switchboard operator in the film, both went on to appear in the 1960s television series Bewitched. Moorehead portrayed Samantha's mother and Dora, while Good played the nosy neighbor Gladys Kravitz. The making of 14 Hours brought together two talented actresses with Ohio ties and a leading man facing unimaginable loss, creating a film that resonates with audiences to this day.
I know this isn't a very good place, but let me say a few things. I've got so much that...
In the making of 14 Hours, the intense drama about a man threatening to jump from a high-rise building, the cast and crew faced many challenges. The film's producer, Stanley Kramer, was known for his meticulous attention to detail, which often led to long shooting hours. Actor Richard Basehart, who played the troubled protagonist, spent countless hours on the building's ledge, even when not filming, to convey authenticity and exhaustion. The film's director, Henry Hathaway, insisted on realism, refusing to use a dummy for Basehart's jump scene. Instead, he had a mat installed on the ground below, and Basehart performed the stunt himself, heightening the tension and authenticity of the scene. The supporting cast, including Barbara Bell Geddes, Grace Kelly, and Oscar Homolka, contributed to the film's rich character development. Bell Geddes, who played Basehart's estranged wife, drew on her own experiences to portray their strained relationship. Kelly, in her first significant film role, demonstrated her grace and poise, earning praise for her nuanced performance. The production's tight budget and schedule were further complicated by the strict guidelines of filming on location in New York City. The crew had to navigate permits, logistics, and unexpected obstacles, including a citywide newspaper strike that nearly halted production. Despite these challenges, 14 Hours received critical acclaim for its gripping storyline, compelling performances, and strong direction. The film has since become a classic example of early 1950s film noir and a testament to the perseverance of the cast and crew.
I was hungry. I went away for a while, but I didn't eat anything. I forgot to.
In the 1951 film 14 Hours, director Henry Hathaway employed a dynamic approach to storytelling. By frequently cutting between the character on the ledge and the reactions of the crowd below, Hathaway created tension and engaged the audience. The use of strategic camera angles further enhanced the film's impact. Notably, the actress Barbara Bell Geddes appears later in the film than one might expect. She is third billed, yet her first appearance doesn't occur until over 2/3 of the movie has passed. This delayed introduction adds to the film's unpredictability. Bell Geddes' career after 14 Hours had a significant gap. She didn't appear in another film until Vertigo in 1958, which further highlights the uniqueness of her role in 14 Hours.
Flown in, but you sent for me and I'm on orders. I want to help you.
The 1951 movie 14 Hours, directed by Henry Hathaway, holds a significant place in film history as a groundbreaking psychological drama. The film's innovative approach to storytelling, focusing on a single location and character over an extended period, influenced future filmmakers to explore similar narrative styles. 14 Hours is particularly notable for its intense, claustrophobic atmosphere created through meticulous set design and camera work. This approach to visual storytelling can be seen in later films like Rear Window and Dog Day Afternoon. Moreover, the film's exploration of mental health and the psychological impact of urban life resonated with audiences and critics alike. It paved the way for a more nuanced portrayal of mental health issues in films, inspiring movies like The Snake Pit and A Streetcar Named Desire. The film's lead actor, Paul Douglas, gave a powerful performance as a police officer trying to talk a suicidal man down from a ledge. His portrayal influenced future depictions of law enforcement officers in films, such as Sidney Lumet Serpico. In addition, 14 Hours' innovative use of real-time storytelling and its exploration of mental health and urban life have continued to inspire filmmakers to this day. Its influence can be seen in contemporary films like Locke and The Guilty, which use similar narrative techniques to create tension and drama. Overall, 14 Hours has left a lasting legacy and influence on film history, inspiring future filmmakers to explore new narrative styles and themes. Its impact on the representation of mental health and law enforcement in films continues to be felt today.
I see him. You're sure you're not just taking your mother's word for that?
The 1951 movie 14 Hours is notable for several reasons. First, director Howard Hawks declined to take on the project due to its subject matter. The film revolves around a man threatening to jump from a building, which Hawks found too grim. Another interesting fact is that the building depicted in the movie was later demolished in 1967. It was replaced by the 52-story tower 140 Broadway, which features a large red cube in the plaza. Additionally, the movie had a life beyond the big screen. On March 23, 1953, Paul Douglas reprised his role from the film for a Lux Radio Theater broadcast. The radio adaptation co-starred Terry Moore and Marvin Bryan. In summary, 14 Hours is a movie with a unique history from its initial production to its enduring impact on popular culture.
We just got a report on him. We're going to try to get his family up here and see what they can do with him. Look, his name is Robert Cosick. C-O-S-I.
If you have any memories or experiences related to the 1951 movie 14 Hours, we'd love to hear from you. This film has touched the lives of many, and we're eager to learn how it impacted you personally or influenced your perspective on cinema. Perhaps you were moved by the intense performances, or maybe the story resonated with you on a deeper level. Whatever your connection to the film, we'd be thrilled to hear your thoughts. By sharing your experiences, you can help create a vibrant community of film lovers. So, don't be shy, tell us your story. We encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date on our cinematic explorations. Your engagement and participation are invaluable to us, and we can't wait to hear from you. Let's start a conversation and explore the world of cinema together.
Too much ice in it. They always put too much ice in it.